Good day to everyone, and especially to my fellow young adults who are quietly struggling under life's pressure. It is often in the darkest skies that we see the brightest stars by Richard Evans. If that quote already hits close to home, I hope this speech resonates even deeper. If it's new to you, hold on to it, because by the end of this, it will mean something. We are a generation constantly on the move. We pour ourselves into our academics, our careers, our futures, always chasing the next deadline, the next milestone. And somewhere along the way, without even realizing it, we run completely out of fuel. Young adults like us, college students, fresh graduates, young professionals are no strangers to burnout. At this point, it feels almost inevitable. But here's the question I want you all to sit with today. What if exhaustion isn't the end of the road, but the very first step toward your greatest breakthrough? Today, I'll be walking you through what burnout really is, sharing my own experience with it, and showing you how it can become the spark that changes everything. So, what exactly is burnout? We throw the word around on social media, in conversations, almost casually. But burnout is far more than just being tired. According to the World Health Organization, burnout is a syndrome, the result from chronic stress, particularly in academic or work settings that has not been successfully managed. And the numbers are staggering. The American Psychological Association reports that between 48 to over 80% of Gen Z and younger millennials experience chronic symptoms of stress and emotional exhaustion, nearly half to almost all of us. And I was one of them. I used to be that student, active, driven, always involved in school activities, always taking on side quests. But somewhere in college, just the thought of going out of bed and doing work began to drain me. Not even the act of doing it, just the thought. And that scared me. I kept asking myself, what changed? Did my motivation disappear? Did I change for the worse? The answer was heavier than I expected. College wasn't just about university anymore. Every decision felt like it carried the weight of my entire future. The pressure was constant, and it left me feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and anxious all at once. Here's what I got wrong for a long time. I thought burnt out could be fixed with a day off or a short vacation. But burnt out isn't solved by rest alone. It's a signal, a sign that something in your life needs to be re examined. The moment that truly broke me open came during my second year of college, when I had to lead a major event for one of my subjects. On top of that, I was carrying the weight of being an only child to a sick single mother and the self imposed pressure of maintaining the identity of a top student. That event was the last thread holding my positivity together. The day after, I didn't just feel physically tired. I felt emotionally and mentally hollowed out. My mind was clouded, days passed, and the weight simply wouldn't lift. It took me a long time to even name what I was feeling. But naming it, recognizing it as burnout, was what allowed me to finally do something about it. I started journaling. I started reconnecting with the things that made me happy. Playing games, watching dramas, reading stories, and writing poems. I leaned into my friendships, opened up about my struggles, and honestly, that felt like free therapy. Recognizing burnt out gave me the power to respond to it proactively instead of just surviving it. But awareness alone isn't enough. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens in discomfort, in darkness, in those inconvenient, painful moments we desperately want to escape. Think of J.K. Rowling, rejected, broke, and at her lowest before she wrote one of the most beloved stories in history. Her breakthrough didn't come despite her darkest moments. It came because of them. The same can be true to us. Adjusting our goals, setting healthy boundaries, and seeking support aren't signs of weakness. They are deliberate acts of resilience. For me, that meant narrowing my focus to what truly matters: my academics, my mother, my friendships, and my hobbies. It meant accepting that self care is not a luxury, it is a prerequisite. Because what is a future worth building if the person building it is quietly falling apart? Consistency is what makes the difference. It won't happen overnight, but every small act of intentional care is a step toward your breakthrough. So, let's bring it all together. Burnout is real. It is common. And for many of us, it is already here. But it is also a catalyst for reflection, for growth, for reinvention. Rather than fearing it, I challenge you to reframe it. Take it as your cue to rethink, reset, and return stronger than before. Because only in the darkest skies do stars shine their brightest. The burnout you're feeling right now may be your most difficult chapter yet, but it just might be the one that leads you to your greatest breakthrough. Thank you so much.